What's good? It's Chigozi. It's Wednesday, December 20th, 2017. And I'd like to thank Jan John for bringing us to this propaganda event about the F-18 Super Hornet encountering a mysterious object. Wanted to see more insight into it, see more examples of how the federal government is using the practice of Kabbalah to put on these fake space UFO related events. And I'm talking the Barney Betty Hill, and even before, and so on. All these high profile, Roswell, those are all theatrical performances put on by NASA. So we'll see how this is no different. It is just more propaganda to say, hey, we need reasons to siphon more of your taxpayer dollars into our UFO research, because that's what the Pentagon's been doing, or so they say. This event leads to more credibility to that. Back in 2014, we can see how there was a mysterious object that outran an F-18. It's always an F-18, always the same props used in these rituals. And of course, they'll have different aircraft for another series or something, but it's always this mysterious being chased. And there's probably more examples than that. But you can even see right here in the 600 billion annual Defense Department budgets, the 22 million spent on the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program was almost impossible to find. So the practical Kabbalah incorporates the use of gematria, which is coding numbers behind words. And if you write out 226, you get 93. So T is the 20th letter, 2 plus 0 is 2. You see, you do it with W to get 5, do it all the way around. S, you reduce twice to get 1. This is the number for Saturn. And I'm saying 226 because you can see how in the propaganda they code it 622, the reflection. This is not arbitrary at all. This is an art project to the tyrants who rule over you, and they do it every single day by this numerical code. Saturn 93. Always a Saturnian ritual with NASA. Every single time I just say something, we put in another example, and then they just exemplify further what I just said. I just said it's always a Saturnian ritual with NASA, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, and that full reduction method sums to 21, 210. That's the closest they can get to 21, clearly. You don't count zero numerology. Now look what happens when I type in Saturn, 21. This is the Jesuit order, 21, Jesuit, Saturn 42, putting on occult rituals, giving you fake news while they do it. You are their slaves. They're literally mocking you right here, telling you what you are, that you're a goyim slave meant to work for them while they just invest in your labor and put on false flag propaganda events. See how they emphasize black money? Always these things in quotes. Look at this thing, we'll do that next. Black money sums to 38, 52, the numbers for Kabbalah. Your government's on the 38th parallel. Government 52. 13 times 13, 169, 101, the 26 prime, it's also just 11. But what I want to show you is the 38, 47. K is the 11th letter, and numerology is the master number. Hence why they code it here too. Hence why the number 11 is all up and down their news propaganda. But anyway, you don't have to reduce it. So without reducing it, it sums to 47. So it's just this adding 9. The same with the S exception, as I'll show you some other time. So on the date then with 38 and 47 numerology, they come out with this glowing auras and black money. And they make sure that you highlight the one with the matching date numerology. Glowing auras just has the Freemason coding, we'll see. You'll publish this on the 16th. They with a life lesson number of 38, 1 plus 10 or 12 plus 16 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7, 38. See how you can get 47. But glowing auras doesn't match that. Always, you can always, they just clue you in that there's what they're really doing. But then this is very relevant. Moon 57, Saturn 69, Scottish Rite 57. The Scottish Rite Freemasons founded NASA in 58, and they with 113 numerology, Scottish 113. Propaganda 177, New World Order 177, 75. We'll see a lot of 75s in this. All going back to the Key of David. Key of David, 75, 48, 168. So that's the whole takeaway from NASA propaganda, especially. From the Master Builders, the Freemasons, Master Builder 57. Look out for a lot of heavy Masonic tributes, because that's all this is. It's a Masonic play. It's nothing else. So they're going to just throw all their numbers in there. See how they have this military operation about stuff related to space, a UFO, we don't know where it's from, supposedly coming from space or some other dimension, but guys, people will have been telling you for years, and it's true. All these UFOs, logically, they're government crafts that no one can see, but in reality, they're all government crafts that the government knows are out there. But anyway, space sumps you 44, and so does military. And they give us a 44-second video. Look on the essay. Is that the whole? Okay, I want to make sure it's the whole thing. Essay, S the 19th letter, A is the first, 191. The 43rd prime, Society Jesus 191, Masonic 43. They are Masonic. So Harry Reid doing the hidden hand, playing off, of course, making it look like he's just tucking some shit into his jacket, but no, it was a Freemason doing the hidden hand. Of course, what did I just say? I said anything with NASA related, any space related propaganda, look out for heavy Masonic activity. And this guy knows. He's like, these fucking retarded goy, they won't see that. Well, I saw it, bitch. Look what he's doing. The Pope doing the same shit. For those who need to see. I cannot type today. Oh, it's Freemason. It's the Jesuits. Harry Reid, very well a Jesuit. So, of course, it's New York Times, so there's plenty more to read. We're going to go to the next thing. Minute 16 video, execution 116, 44. We had the 44 now, second video over there, and this is also in the 76-second video, number for master, reflection of 67, like Freemasonry 67, blood sacrifice 76. I did see some, if you pause and go back, there's a Sarah Seeger I saw. Sorry for jumping around, but when I see some of that, I got called out, like Sarah Seeger, another SS. Guys, this is multi-layered, multifaceted agenda propaganda. Absolutely convinced they highlighted 77 number for Judaism, for power, Washington, D.C. in a 77th meridian, the Pentagon in 77th meridian, the Bavarian Illuminati 221, 103, just 13, that's the 27 prime, ritual 27. 2992, prophecy, Kabbalah 29, Masonic, Jewish, all that. Space phenomena, These are the numbers for, excuse me, for the Key of David. And you just see how they, right here, on CBS's 60 Minutes in May, Mr. Bigelow said he was absolutely convinced that aliens existed and the UFOs had visited Earth. That's what I'm saying. And why are these people convinced? Because of all the propaganda. The Betty and Barney Hill, or Barry and Barney Hill, where the fuck the name are. And then we have Roswell. I mean, there's so many, you know. I'm not a UFO researcher. I can't just recite them all, but of course read up all of them. It's all by the numbers propaganda. And, you know, that's not to say that, you know, guys, look where I'm at. I'm sitting here in Ohio. Clearly, I don't know what's out there, what's in space. So I can't just tell you, oh, UFOs are here, UFOs are there, they're real or whatnot. I've never seen one. I've never seen any really evidence. I've seen, you know, people talk about them and shit and whatnot. But, you know, how do you know that's not your federal government? But you see how they put absolutely convinced here in this heat of propaganda. Nope. Well, that's not what I wanted to type. That was a blunder. I already went over that. I'm going to type space phenomena. Just one more time. The Key of David. Well, it's time to move to the next piece. There's, of course, plenty more there. The title of that one, though, Glowing Auras and Black Money, the Pentagon's mysterious UFO program. The Pentagon's 77 foot tall, by the way. On the 77th meridian, hit by a plane that took off 77 minutes prior. Anyway, 303-75. Masonry, Key of David, New World Order. You know, it's telling you who's putting on this stunt. So they emphasized Outran, the one for back in 2004. Mystery object. Whoops. Outran, some 237. Talking about Revelation 3:7, talking about the Key of David, talking about the number for Israel. 73, Saturn, 73 in ALW, 73 is the 21st prime, Saturn 21. Mason 26, 73. They're literally putting the numbers for Mason in this propaganda. Because I cannot emphasize it enough. I mean, they do it everywhere. You go on CNN now, it'll be Donald Trump propaganda, the numbers for Masonry are there. But at least to my understanding, you just have to understand NASA. I mean, look at this shit. Look at their fucking logo. It's Saturn. It's supposed to be Saturn with a ring around it. I don't care what, you know, what they say it is. Always some ring, cycle circles time with the compass. Freemason compass right there. I mean, guys, if anyone here is doubting that the Freemasons found in NASA, they literally come out and say the Freemasons found in NASA, most, if not all Freemasons are astronauts, or astronauts are Freemasons. And then to top it off, their propaganda software application is .gov. You know, so any confusion as to who's putting on this propaganda by the numbers, hopefully is alleviated by now. And all these occult photos, all sorts of shit. Of course, with the Phoenix space policy of this gang. Again, the Phoenix, the Star of David, 119, with the 13 this, the 13 that, 13 stripes, Masonic colors. This is who we're talking about. Just for, you know, anyone who gets lost as to who's putting on this tyranny. They quote aircraft, they quote these numbers. You know, you can just go on this yourself. Anyone wants to look at more and just like do all these object, outran, aircraft. 59, like Freemasonry. 76, reflection of 67, like Freemasonry. I know it's 140. This comes 140 days from NASA's birthday. And it comes 20 weeks. We'll go through all this. So aircraft 140, this latest one we're talking about, with that from there. 1 plus 7 is 8. Unidentified flying objects, some see 408. Reversing alphabetical order. UFOs, some to 20, come exactly 20 weeks later, talking about UFOs. There's just so much here to talk about. But I think it's another thing that seals the deal. Conspiracy 123, 48, or propaganda 48, 138, federal 13. I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. This is a federal conspiracy. They put the numbers for federal and for conspiracy inside unidentified flying objects. So, just for those who are wondering if this is really a federal conspiracy, it's really always that easy. You just type in federal, you type in conspiracy, and you can look how these flip around in the same ordinal. So using the alphabetical order, conspiracy is 123, federal is 138, reversed in the alphabetical order. So then you type in unidentified flying objects, you get the same pattern exactly. Hoax 48, Illuminati 48, Freemason 48. Again, it's always a Freemasonic play. That's absolutely 100% what it is. Mind control, making you believe that, believe in nothing, believe in bullshit. They're coding 82 here. When I was doing my preliminary research, I saw a lot of 82s, Sun 54, Jesuit Order 54. So here they quoted unidentified flying object, but I was reading this, they quoted the plural one too. Of course, that's a real term made by them anyway. 122, like Freemason, Francis Bacon. 130, that's just 13. The Illuminati found them with the 13 families. Recently had their stunt in DuPont, Washington. And it's just so funny how all this Illuminati, Zach put out information on that too. They had this propaganda with like an update time at 1:20, and it was updated to that like that all the way until the evening. I didn't document it because like they code 1:20 all the time. I'm sick of saying, "Oh, Illuminati 1:20," just like that. Like they code Illuminati numbers a lot. But then I was like, could this be some bigger Illuminati ritual? And yeah, it definitely was a tribute to the Illuminati, and it makes sense then why they had that 1:20 update time for so long. Just a further exemplification as to why they have the update times for what they do, the length they are, and all that. How long is this video? 17 minutes. A lot of information in 17 minutes. I would like to just, end there. There's always so much more. That cannot be emphasized enough either. If you want to see what e pluribus unum sums to, you can. This is how anyone who wants to learn more should apply this. Just take anything from your federal government, and you're like, oh, but I don't live in America. I don't know about this. Understand, when I say your federal government, I'm not talking about just, these people. This is just an act, an agenda piece in this worldwide tyrannical system. Founded out of a very old world agenda. E pluribus unum. Sums to 78, like Scottish Rite. 57, like Scottish Rite. 159. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now let me type in Scottish Rite. So I hope you understand then who owns and operates your federal government. Washington, D.C. Who's headquartered there? These Temple of the Scottish Rite Freemasons. This is Washington, D.C.'s logo. George Washington, who is named after, and again, D.C., D, the fourth letter, C is the third, 43. George Washington was named after a 33rd degree Master Freemason. Jesuit 78. DC 47. 11. There's no mistaking this anyway. There's no mistaking this. Just want to see what Scottish Rite was with the S exception. 75, like New World Order, like he did. Just sometimes I just I just stop talking. This is like I get a little speechless. It is that easy. It is that easy. I've always wanted to just do this. I think I've done it before, but just do a live stream just because going to Wikipedia without it, the software I use, they don't agree, as you've seen a lot. But just decode this, and that's it. 17 megadiverse countries, Mason 17, Zion 17. It is the land of the Masons, the Zionist Jews. It is New Zion. The people from old land of Zion, the Zionists, they came in with their Zionist Jew paper, married in. Oh no, back then it wasn't shitty pieces of paper, but same concept. Guys, these people have run this nation forever. In God we trust, 58, like Freemasonry. 58, like secret society. 58, like Annuit, Coeptus. 58, like In God We Trust. I think I just typed that in. 58, like, there's so much. I know, and whenever I list those, I'm always like, I know I missed. There's so many really good ones. But that's what the comment section is for. Everyone will leave good-ass comments about that. But it really is that easy. That 140 days is also a span of 141 days. We're at 33 to 141. 33, the number 4, Freemasonry. Obviously. I also want to do from the eclipse to that sighting just because it's very fitting, syncing that with the eclipse especially. And it happened 16 weeks and 5 days from the 2017 total solar eclipse. Also, 117 days. Big number in the eclipse. About 45 to 117. Scottish Rite 165. Just want to see total solar eclipse gematria real quick. I don't write that out often. 67, like Freemasonry. Blood sacrifice. 22, the master builder number. 257, the 55th prime. 257 itself is a ritual sacrifice number, and then the 55th prime, sacrifice 55. Jerusalem 104, America founded date with 104 numerology. Yep. So another comprehensive look as to how NASA, the world governments, all this, it's nothing else than a bunch of, look at this shit. Charles Bowden speaks after landing of the last space shuttle mission, STS-135. The Key of David 135. The last space shuttle mission, or at least the last one before what he did, the 135th and final mission, the American Space Shuttle program. Wow. So, do you understand what I'm talking about now? This cannot be a coincidence. Revelation 121. Freemasonry 158. Scottish Rite 78. This is just such a really intricate look, but very surface level and simple at the same time. And then you can do the date numerologist. This is how you can just go on and on. We've all been on Wikipedia. You'll read and you'll find another link. You click on that and you go deeper and deeper. Do that and apply this knowledge. And then you'll see exactly what's going on. It landed on the 21st of July, 2011, 2011. That's 211, the 47th prime number. 21, Saturn 21. July 21st, special date to the federal government as well. And then you just do, paste it in, go on Gematria and do it. Freemasonry 59, Revelation 59, based on the 39 books of the Old Testament, 163 days remaining, the 38th prime number, 202. And then the thing summed to 202, American Space Shuttle program, it did. I swear to God it did. We're going to find that one more time, because that's just undeniable. If it wasn't this, it was something else, But we all saw it. I said 22, the master builder number. Wish I remembered it. But you see it there. So 41 to 13th prime. I'm gonna go back and look at where I saw that 202, but you see it there. I know you. Anyone else who's been watching, paying attention, you saw what I'm talking about. NASA, the Freemasons, doing all by the numbers.